We lost anyway.
Okay, we should be live right about now. And start up the stream on my phone so I can follow. There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Sadly, I'm already aware that Firewall got banned since like 5 or 6 different YouTubers put it in their the video description. So sadly, this one isn't going to be blind like all the others, but we can still see what else they did. And before we actually look, let's see, what do I think they can do? Well, if they banned Firewall, I don't know if they're going to hit the other problem cards. Like, I don't think they're going to ban Summon Sorceress, at least not yet anyway. Actually, what about Firewall? Is Summon Sorceress still a problem card? I want to say it's probably still a problem card, but it's nowhere near as insane. Oh, are you guys able to hear me? Let me go ahead and listen. Hey, you guys should be able to hear me. If you guys can hear me, let me know. I guess they're probably going to hit Armageddon Knight just because that card is still, pretty insane even without Firewall Dragon. They could maybe semi-limit Destiny Hero Malicious, but I'm not 100% sure if they'll do both of those hits at the same time. Let me think. Is there anything else they could probably hit? I mean, they might hit his soul just because even with Firewall Band, I want to make this clear right now. Extra links still exist. Gumlar for 4 still exists, assuming they didn't ban Gumlar. Don't know if they did or not. FTKs will still exist because Summon Sorcerers exist. And I also want to make this clear that you can still, loop certain cards. There's not a lot of them you can loop, but you can still loop certain cards. Like, for example, you could loop, is it Beat Buster Drake or something like that? I don't know. That one piece in ABCs that got hit on the ban list because of Firewall Dragon. I don't remember the name. Yes, I'm still on Discord, Mikhail. And hey, Rocky Ford. I don't know why you wouldn't be okay with Firewall Dragon being banned. I mean, I suppose it could hurt some deck out there, but personally, I would rather see Firewall banned than see another 50 FTKs appear next format because it still exists. Anyway, I guess let me go ahead and just scroll down and let's see what's actually on the ban list. You guys should be able to see my screen, right? Because on my screen, it doesn't actually say. Anyways, nothing yet. There's Firewall. The other card we already knew was banned. Wait, they didn't ban anything else? They only banned Firewall Dragon? Okay, so they didn't ban Gumlar and they didn't ban Isolde, so that's probably means that they didn't touch them at all because it doesn't make any sense to limit Isolde or limit Gumlar, so they're probably not on the ban list. And yeah, I mean ASL Core, I couldn't remember the name of it. Let's see, they got only one limit. Okay, this seems like a pretty weird ban list so far. Okay, so Armageddon Knight's limited to 1. That will definitely help with, like, Dark Warrior based decks. Also, Rocky Ford, I'm only going to say this once. Don't spoil anything on the ban list, or I will ban you from the streams next time. Can I do these, I do these ban list reactions blind explicitly so I can surprise myself? If you're going to ruin that surprise, then you don't have to be here. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Armageddon Knight's ban will stop Dark Warrior spam, not ban, Unlimit will stop Dark Warrior decks from just basically going normal summon Armageddon Knight, extra link you, rip 4 cards out of your hand, stuff like that. I mean, you can still do that without Firewall Dragon. You just require a couple of extenders now because you can't just spam your whole hand onto the board anymore. But only 1 limit, huh? I'm actually a little bit upset about that. Only 1 limit. Also, God, I really hate my voice. I gotta find someone that can help me with vocal training because it's really hard to do. Anyway, so we got semi-limited Destiny Hero Malicious. I kind of expected that. I didn't think they would hit both Armageddonite and Malicious, so that's a nice little surprise. And then for the Unlimited, we got ASL Core, which Rocky Ford so kindly spoiled for us. Cosmo Dark Destroyer, that's fine. And Called by the Grave. So here's my thoughts on these real quick. ASL Core, I think that's fine. Without Firewall Dragon, it's not super easy to loop that card anymore. Like, you can still abuse it, but it's far, far harder to abuse it without Firewall Dragon. Cosmo Dark Destroyer, Cosmos aren't really that relevant, but I do like having triple Dark Destroyer because, well, it just makes Cosmos so much better. And Called by the Grave, everyone wanted Called by the Grave back to free. It looks like Konami decided to listen, so that's actually pretty good, I think. Stops hand traps, stops comboing. It's just a really nice card. You can also use it offensively, like, I don't know, say you're at Gekia board with a couple floaters, you can just Call by the Grave the floater you want to stop the most, and just, boom, you just get advantage right there. Hey, let's see what else. Now I can't mill Absolute King Blackjack from a summon, and my D-Hero deck just got worse. I feel like that's actually just collateral damage. You have to admit that Malicious was a little bit insane with what it could do during the Link mechanic. Didn't spoil it, just saw it. There's no way you saw it on my video before I even scrolled down that far. Violon is still at free. Violon. I don't think there's any Violon cards that have ever been relevant outside of that one tuner that's level 4. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that would. That's like the only Violon that seems to have done anything, in my opinion. Got it. Well, just make sure you don't spoil the next one, because if you do, I will just ban you from the from my streams from now on. Anyway, so let me go ahead and go over my thoughts on the oh, the Vision Hero. Yeah, that's. I don't think there's any reason for him to be banned, though. Not really that good. I mean, he's a good starter, but he's not really doing anything insane, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it does mill Malicious, doesn't it? Well, that's fair. With only 2 Malicious, it's not as insane. You mill 1, bish, it, summon out the second from your deck, and then you don't really have a whole lot of follow-up from there. Just makes it a whole lot harder to abuse him anymore. That's all. And I think it's gonna really make it so it's harder to do certain things. Like, for example, Goki can still do all their Goki combos, but they're gonna have a whole much harder time, extra linking the opponent or gumwaring for 4. Like, they can still do it, but it's gonna take their entire hand or just like a godly opening hand to do it. So I think that Goki is gonna fall out of the meta. Let me think. Okay, Goki's gonna definitely fall out of the meta. Thunder Dragons will probably remain one of the best decks, if not the best deck. Altergeist. What more do I want to say there? What other Benedicts are there? There's Dark Warrior, which is basically dead at this point. Guys, what other decks are there in the meta? I can't think of anything else. Gemini God, you realize that Armageddonite milling Mali equals an extra link plus a Gumlar for 4, right? Anyway, a lot of Dark Warrior decks and other dark decks. Yeah, a lot of dark decks are going to get hurt. Like, for example, what's that name? What's that deck? What's that archetype? I forget what it is, but it's a bunch of dark machines. Used Armageddonite as a starter. Dark Warrior PK Fire Hero Goki. I don't even know what that is, but I know my PK Fire deck is perfectly fine since I didn't run Malicious in the first place, and I didn't abuse Firewall in the first place. Yeah, Orcus, that was the archetype. That deck is going to be hurt pretty badly by this. Let me think. What other archetypes are there that... Oh, yeah, Sky Striker. I think Sky Striker is probably going to be the most dominant deck now that I'm thinking about it. I think it's going to be like a triangle format. It's going to be Outergeist, Sky Striker, and Thunder Dragons. Because Thunder Dragons beats Sky Striker. Sky Striker beats Altergeist, and Altergeist beats Thunder Dragons. So I think that's probably going to be like... Not exactly like that, because Sky Striker can beat the Thunder Dragons, but I just think that's going to be something along those lines. Like, don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. We probably do, but I actually really need to find a teacher for that deck because I just can't seem to get it right. Also, what does Scrap Recycler do? I know it like mills a machine monster from the deck. I just don't remember if it does anything else. Anyway, at this point, I think I'm just rambling. It's not really a whole lot more to say. This is just a really good ban list. It stops so many problems, despite the fact that it only actually hit like 1 or 2 cards, but it still solves so many problems because without Firewall, there's just so many things that no longer are an issue. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, the live stream here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'm going to go update a couple decks now. So this is Alexis, and I'm signing out.